everyone, it is great to see you here once again on Dee's Delights. Today we're going to make slow cooker chili. This will be so easy because a lot of times if you're heading off to work or you have someplace to be, I just love a crock pot, slow cooker, whatever you want to call it, because you just throw everything into a pot and that's it. And that's all we're going to do with this. Today though, I'm going to mix it up a little bit on this recipe because sometimes did you ever want to make something and you think, I didn't go to the store for that, but I have this I could probably use instead. That's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to use different things instead, so hopefully it turns out as good. So for this recipe you'll need some olive oil. That's just to put it in the pan to fry up your ground beef and onions. It says here that you'll need 2 pounds of lean ground beef. I have about 1.5 pounds. I had one 13-ounce pack in the freezer, one 14-ounce pack in the freezer. So I thawed those out in cold water, so that'll be about 1.5 pounds. So I'm going to use that. It says 1 large yellow onion, finely chopped. I happen to have a yellow onion. 3 cloves of garlic, finely minced. You guys know that I usually use the dried minced garlic, so I'm going to use 3/4 teaspoon instead of 3 cloves. 2 14.5-ounce cans of diced tomatoes with green chilies. I don't have that, but I do have fire roasted diced tomatoes, but I only have a 14-ounce can. So I have a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. Should I use half of this and this, or just all of this and save this for another recipe? I don't know what to do, because I know what's going to happen. If I use half of this, I'll end up throwing the other half out. But we'll see. I'll let you know when I get to that point in the recipe. You're going to need 3 8-ounce cans of tomato sauce, or otherwise known as 24 ounces of tomato sauce. There again, I don't have any tomato sauce, so I'm going to use spaghetti sauce, Prego Traditional. This is a 45-ounce can, so I'll use about half, a little over half. You're going to need 1/2 cup of beef broth. I don't have any beef broth on me, so I'm going to make some with Better Than Bouillon. For a 1/2 cup, I'm going to use 1/2 teaspoon of this with 1/2 cup of water. Stir it up on the stove. I'll have beef broth. 2 tablespoons of chili powder, 2.5 teaspoons of ground cumin, 2 teaspoons paprika. This is one of the things I found a little bit odd that goes into this recipe. 2 teaspoons of unsweetened cocoa powder. I don't think I've ever made chili with unsweetened cocoa powder. So Hershey's cocoa it shall be. 1 teaspoon granulated sugar. I'm thinking I could use more than that, but we'll see. 1/2 teaspoon ground coriander. I do not have that, so I'm just going to omit it. Salt and pepper. It says to use 1 15-ounce can of dark red kidney beans and 1 15-ounce can of light red kidney beans. Drain and rinse these. I just put my northern beans back. I didn't realize I had a dark red can of kidney beans in the cabinet. So I got both. How does that happen? I don't know. I have light and red, and they've probably been in there for close a year. And then you can just top it with whatever you want. I'm probably going to make it with baked potatoes, maybe have some cornbread muffins on the side. I don't know. We'll see. But first what you're going to want to do is heat a little olive oil in a skillet and add onions and saute for 3 minutes. So let's get started. It says use about 1 tablespoon, whatever you think you need. So we're going to add the onions and saute over medium-high heat for about 3 minutes. Let's go ahead and add 3/4 teaspoon of either dried garlic minced or 3 cloves minced. It says just cook that for 30 seconds longer. So at this point, we're going to remove everything and put it in the crock pot. Return skillet to medium-high heat, add beef, and cook, stirring occasionally until the beef is brown. So we'll go ahead and crumble up our ground beef. Okay. Alrighty, next what we're gonna do, it says to drain most of the fat off of the ground beef, but it says you can leave about 2 tablespoons. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna scoop it and whatever goes with it goes with it. Turn this off now because we're not gonna be cooking anything else. And I'm just gonna start putting this over there. Now we're just gonna mix that together. Okay, I'll move this aside so you can see all the exciting things that are going on here in the kitchen. First, let's go ahead and stir in diced tomatoes. I think what I have decided to do is use half of this can of crushed and this diced, fire roasted diced. Good enough, good enough. And I'll stir that around a little bit. Then it says add the tomato sauce, which is 24 ounces, which really is almost 3 cups, I believe. So I just have about 3 cups there. Stir that around. We got a nice, thick chili sauce. We're gonna put our ½ cup of beef broth in. Make your own, use bouillon cubes, whatever the heck you have. Chili powder, what I had just spilled, and I think that was 2 tablespoons of chili powder. It looks like a lot. Oh well. Off it goes. Cumin, which was 2½ teaspoons of cumin. That's almost a tablespoon. Paprika, which is 2 teaspoons. 2 teaspoons of the unsweetened cocoa. I love me some Hershey's cocoa. 2 teaspoons. There it goes. Sugar. Now it says 1 teaspoon of sugar. 1 tablespoon is going in. I like things sweet. So we can mix this recipe up. Don't feel confined to what somebody tells you you have to put in a recipe. Do what the heck you want, and hopefully it turns out good. 1/2 teaspoon of ground coriander. I do not have that. Now let's go ahead and put our dark and light kidney beans, 15-ounce cans of each, drained and rinsed. You want to get all that guck off of them. So first, you know what? I'm going to stir up all those spices before I put the kidney beans in. Now, one thing I found unusual about this recipe, now you guys might have done this before, but it says to cook this all day and then in the last 2 minutes throw in your kidney beans. I'm not going to fiddle fart around at the end of the day throwing in these kidney beans. I want them to cook in with all this tasty goodness that we just put in here. Most recipes I've read do call for the beans just to slow cook all day. So that's up to you. You can wait, maybe put them in last ½ hour, whatever you want to do, but they're going in now in my recipe. And that's it, other than sprinkling in a little salt and pepper if you want. Now the one thing with using the spaghetti sauce, the Prego spaghetti sauce that I used, instead of tomato sauce, it's going to have a few extra seasonings in. So that could change the taste of it. It's all in what you want. And the crushed tomatoes could do a little bit. But you know what? I don't care. I don't care. Okay, let's see. I think that's it. What we're going to do next is cover and cook on low for about 5 to 6 hours. Mr. Miller has come in from outside.
Feed me.
Ready to eat some chili. This is crock pot chili. A little bit different recipe. You know, we've had the ranch chicken chili. We had the chili that my friend Angie gave me, but that was just like where you made it. This is slow cooked all day.
That sounds like a crock to me.
So you try it. You'll have to let it cool. Do you want, now these are just out of the oven, cornbread?
Yeah.
1 or 2.
Did you make any for you?
I'm not gonna, funny. I'm really not gonna have any. I'm gonna save. Do you want any cheddar?
No.
Saltines?
Not sure.
Fake saltines, actually. Remember we had to buy the generic brand for so long, we couldn't find the real thing? Okay. It's good.
It is good. It is the right consistency.
It is. It's the perfect consistency.
I like a lot of hamburger in it.
I did put, now I could have put more in, but I didn't have enough. I put 1.5 pounds, called for 2 pounds, so I could have put a little bit more. So yes, I can recommend this chili. I like it. Doug likes it. I didn't put in any of the real spicy stuff.
Good.
So, So thanks for joining us here once again on Dee's Delights. We hope you have a fabulous day and a wonderful week. See you soon.